2008 Volkswagen GTI with a recirc, air recirculation valve motor problem. Anytime you start it, switch into reverse and then back into drive or anything like that, the motor in behind here runs the valve. I assume it's so that when you're in reverse it closes to recirc mode so that you're not getting any of the exhaust fumes backed up into the car, and then when you put it back into drive it goes back to fresh air if that's how you had it set. But anyway, today we're going to get in there and change that. Okay, so there's T20 bolts in here that we're going to get after. 3 of them right up underneath, right here, here, and here, using the T20 socket. Okay, so let's see, we should be able to just pop this off. And then now we gotta get into here. Have you popped this off before? No. I have to get in there with a flat plate or something. So on the right, it just pops straight down according to what? There we go. And one on the left. On top of it here. Here we go. And it just comes straight out. Another Torx right here. Throw it in there, that's fine. Okay, so we got these additional 3 down here, so you can see that. So supposedly we just move this to the passenger side. I think I'm gonna have to take off some plastic here. So this part is jamming up over here against the plastic trim. So I think in order to get it to slide right, we're gonna have to remove some of this. Either that or there's something else holding it. So I'm gonna keep investigating for just a second. Okay, so I just pulled this piece of trim off from here. And now that allows me to flex this in a little bit more and give me a little bit of room. And so now we'll try sliding it right again. My people go. There's still something under the right side here. Let's see what's going on down here. So it just needed to be able to drop down better. Okay, so then with the AC hose popped out of its little hole here, the footwell lighting. Let me get some light on top of this. Give that a pinch. Try to give that a pinch and pull. There we go. And that appears, because this already pulled off. Mess that up. That little connector just kind of got pulled out, so that's not cool. Okay, that's your audio port. I'll have to mess with that when we put it back together. Okay, so clearly not, here's the recirc valve up in here. Not the recirc valve, but the flap valve. Here's the flap. And we're getting the noise, but no movement of the flap. Just a lot of noise from that. So I'm going to go ahead and take this air conditioning vent piece out so I can put that back in the back of the glove box before we install. And now I'm going to remove these couple of bolts up here to get this out of the way. What's that? But it's not. Oh. Okay. So that gives us some room here. There's this cable right here running up here that you got to remove from this little clip. Get that out of the way. Little tab here, push down and over. Same thing on the top, up and over. That should give us the ability to pull this out. I can already see that's just flopping around. It's not even been screwed in. I guess it doesn't get screwed in on this version. So there's the valve, and yeah, you can feel it doing its thing. It just gets amplified when it's connected to all the plastic. So let's go get the replacement part. What'll you have left after we do these?
My aux port.
Wait, true. Okay, so let's get a little comparison here. They look the same connection points, same orientation. Push that tab in, pull it out, stick that in. Very nice. So we'll leave it oriented the way it was, and then get that back in there on its pins and on that gear. So you can kind of move that flap a little while you're trying to push that on. Mine came back like one cog, which made it where it wasn't shut tight. So I pushed it back down before I stuck that on those pins. And then now, when we go in with this, our plastic piece here, doesn't look like it does anything except go back into that V right up to the left of that. So there's a little V notch right there, and it appears that this piece of plastic with that kind of that little protrusion on the end will go back into that to connect into there. And then on this end we just snap those two front pieces again. Kind of surprised that there are no screws anywhere holding any of that together. Try not to pinch our wire. Bring that up and over. It's just wild that that's all that's holding that together. The other version I'd seen online had a screw in the top and bottom of that valve. There, it popped on better. Seems to be in place, nothing's moving around. Everything's connected good. Ready to put it back together. Put this back up in here. Ready to go back in with all of our connections here for the glove box. I would just start pushing the. You're just gonna have to push those little tabs in, like with a screwdriver or something. Push all the pieces of rubber in, maybe.
Because you get one and the other ones pop out.
I'm just gonna be blocking the unit. Connect the light, footwell light there. This is gonna be the fun one, is connecting that hose for the air conditioning, because it doesn't have a whole lot of play. Ooh, that's gonna be really fun. Got it on. Not a lot of room to maneuver there.
Aux port.
Yeah. Piece of plastic. Okay, so aux port. It's connected. These little tabs here and here into their holes. Yeah, kind of seated. Well, it slid left much easier than it came right. Got the plastic in there. Alright, so that's good. Now I'm gonna get these pieces back in here. Okay, so this piece was still left in this hole here, so I just turned it 90 degrees and pulled it out. Stuck it in here and twisted it. This can pop back in. I gotta get it under this ledge. Okay, so that's popped in. Pop this one down. There we go. And then finally, this piece here. Before we start putting out the screws, at least, the last thing is to put this back in here. Get it oriented the right way. Just has a tab here that overlaps the bottom piece. Goes behind the trim. And then pops in the top. There's no screws on this side, so I'm going to go ahead and put the side panel on while I'm here.
I took this yesterday.
So that's that. Got one more over here. About got it. Cover. Again, it has these little tabs here on the end. It will slide up and over. A piece of plastic at the back, and then these front ones will just pop up into these connectors here. Okay, and I think that's it. For the first time in a year since you've had this car, it's not going to growl at you every time you change gears or start it up. You're not going to know what to think.